This is QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studio on Caraba Avenue. I am Umutu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. First, here are the main news headlines. On Wednesday, President Barrow kicked off the second phase of his nationwide Meet the People tour in the Central River Region North, conducting joint meetings in Buduk Nyanija. During the opening ceremony of the 2024 Annual Business Forum, the President of the GCCI, Idrissa Mas-Jobe, urged young entrepreneurs to actively engage in community involvement as the key aspect of their business practices. The Gambia Public Procurement Authority (GPPA) held a stakeholders consultative meeting focused on vehicle procurement resolutions. And in international news, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the country's former defense minister, and the Hamas leader for alleged war crimes committed in Gaza war. Those were the news headlines, and now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. On Wednesday, President Barrow launched the second phase of his nationwide Meet the People tour in the Central River Region North. The Gambian leader held his first joint meeting in Buduk Nyanija following the completion of his engagements in the North Bank region. Osman Jatta files his report.
President Barrow inspected the parade at the Farafenye military residence before departing for the Central River region. The convoy stopped for a brief handover ceremony where the governor of the North Bank region officially handed over the tour to the governor of the Central River region, marking the formal start of the second leg of President Barrow's Meet the People's tour in the Central River region. In Nyanija, President Barrow was warmly welcomed after fulfilling several development projects promised during his 2017 campaign. Hundreds of residents gathered in Buduk for a face-to-face engagement with the president. Dauda Yov, the chief of Nyanija, and Jenaba Jallo, the lady councillor, both expressed their gratitude to President Barrow for delivering electricity, water, a health center, and road project services that had not been available in the region for decades. Other notable speakers included Honorable Amadou Camara, National Assembly member for Nyanija constituency, and Honorable Sidi Eskenjai, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly.
Every Fula village in Nyanija now has electricity, water, schools, health centers, and road infrastructure. All these projects were made possible by President Barrow. This is the benefit of having a good leader. Your Excellency, the youth of Nyanija are grateful for the electricity project, the boreholes, and the upcoming initiatives. This is why they have pledged to vote for you in the 2026 elections.
President Barrow assured the people of Nyani of his government's unwavering support.
And that is why
The Gambian leader further called for collaboration to foster development across the country.
Let everyone support the cause of development. If we want to foster growth, we must support one another with a shared purpose.
Before proceeding to Sami for his next joint meeting, President Barrow, through the Giraffe project, awarded a matching grant of over $3 million to 9 farmers in Nyanija, Lower Salom, and Upper Salem. Osman Charter reporting for KTV News from the Central River region.
The president of the GCCI, Idrissa Mas Job, has called on young entrepreneurs to actively engage in community involvement as part of their business practices. He made this statement during the opening ceremony of the 2024 Annual Business Forum, which took place under the theme Empowering Local Economies, Strategies for Growth and Collaboration in the Gambia. Ansmane Sonyasi tells us more.
The GCCI president's remarks served as a reminder to businesses in the Gambia, especially young entrepreneurs, about the importance and potential impact of involving local communities in their day-to-day operations. Emphasizing the economic value of local communities, the GCCI president referred to them as economic agents whose participation in business could greatly influence the country's economic ecosystem. He also stressed the need for increased collaboration between businesses and the government. Additionally, he encouraged forum participants to make the most of the opportunity to network, exchange ideas, and address their concerns and challenges.
Because leadership requires good values, it requires good ideas, it requires emotion, because some people are very clever, but they are not emotional in what they do. They are just consultants. They will tell you what to do, and they are not doing it themselves. But entrepreneurs, they are emotionally involved. If it doesn't work, they feel it. If it works, they are happy. So that energy, that hope only resides in young people. It's only the young people that can change the world. And then, for us, the private sector space that we have today, there are lots of opportunities, but there are lots of constraints.
In line with this year's theme, Empowering Local Economies, Strategies for Growth and Collaboration in the Gambia, Abdoulaye Jame, Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Trade, and Lamin Moudumane, Advisor to the Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia, emphasized the vital role young entrepreneurs play in the country's economic growth. Both speakers also seized the opportunity to encourage greater collaboration among businesses, aiming to strengthen the private sector and create a more integrated, competitive, and resilient economy.
The ministry is therefore dedicated to ensuring that the Gambia has a strong voice in regional trade agreements and that our businesses can seize every opportunity to thrive and on regional and global stage.
Recently, our governor is also putting a lot of emphasis on sustainable economic development. Sound macroeconomic management is important, but at the end of the day, what we are looking at is to generate more growth and prosperity for the population.
Lumana Kamasi, Development, Cooperation and International Aid Officer at the EU delegation in the Gambia, reaffirmed the European Union's commitment to supporting the private sector in the Gambia, particularly through investment and technical support opportunities. She also commended the GCCI for organizing the forum, noting that it will play a crucial role in fostering public-private dialogue for sustainable economic growth in the country.
Today's forum is a great platform for the private sector, the public sector and development partners to network and explore insight and lessons from new business trends and opportunities, increasing access to finance, enhancing regional trade, and promote public and private partnership.
This year's forum included several key sessions focusing on topics such as boosting local businesses through access to finance and capacity building, enhancing regional trade and investment through integration, and leveraging technology and innovation for growth. At the conclusion of the day-long discussions, participants are expected to formulate resolutions that will be implemented by the Chamber, aimed at ensuring sustainable economic growth for businesses in the Gambia. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
In a follow-up on discussions regarding challenges and strategies in vehicle procurement, today the Gambia Public Procurement, GPPA, held a stakeholder consultative meeting focused on vehicle procurement resolutions. Elusise has more.
This meeting brings together various stakeholders, including government representatives, vehicle dealers, and procurement experts, to discuss the resolution from their previous meeting. Fode M. Jaite, the Director General of GPPA, said the meeting will critically look at procurement methods of vehicles ranging from single source, open tender, and restricted tender, among others, to promote efficiency and transparency in public procurement.
Assessment and authorization of procuring organizations, that is government institutions, as per Section 12, subsection 3 and 4. Gambia Public Procurement Act 2022, allows us to assess government institutions and give them autonomy to conduct their own procurement. What they do is not known to us until we go in for compliance reviews. We have received complaints from some of you regarding the way vehicles are procured.
Ibrahim Asanyang, the Director of Procurement Policy and Operations at the GPPA, emphasized the importance of collaboration and adherence to procurement guidelines. He described vehicle procurement as one of the most critical issues in public institutions, representing a significant portion of government's expenditure as a vital tool for the daily operation of government departments.
In 2022, GPPA approved 8 billion and 90,991.78 dollars. And out of that, 830,459,231.00 went to vehicle procurement in 2022. In 2023, GPPA approved 17 billion, 192,569,233.13 dollars, and out of these, 177,025,628.00 again was for vehicle procurement. And finally, this year, 2024, GPPA approved 4,569,276,956.83 dollars, and out of that, 985,574,662.14 again is for vehicle procurement.
The outcomes of this meeting will be consolidated into a policy proposal aimed at reforming vehicle procurement practices across government departments. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Still in the news, in a follow-up discussion, or rather on Thursday, the Drug Law Enforcement Agency of the Gambia destroyed drugs worth millions of dollars as part of events commemorating International Day Against Drug Abuse and Trafficking, observed annually on June 26th. Yafa Tugay attended the exercise and she now reports.
The drug destruction exercise, themed "The Evidence is Clear, Invest in Prevention," aims to raise awareness about dangers of drug abuse and trafficking, marking a significant step in the ongoing fight against drug trafficking and its harmful impact on society. Demba Cisse, the Director General of the Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Gambia, highlighted the goals and objective of the annual drug destruction exercise.
The annual exercise is aimed at demonstrating public confidence and accountability, as well as transparency in the handling of drugs from the point of arrest to today to the point of destruction.
DGCC listed the quality, quantity, and types of drugs being destroyed during the exercise.
This morning, we shall be destroying the following quantities. Cannabis sativa, we have 2 tons, 18 kilograms, 60 grams. Cannabis resin, also known as hashish, we have 42 kilograms, 974 grams, and 785 milligrams. Skunk cannabis, 400 grams. Kush, 400 grams. Cocaine, 117 kilograms, 600 grams, 37 milligrams, which equates to 104 blocks of cocaine. And ecstasies, which has taken a big uptick over the past few months, we are destroying 3,505.
Dr. Samba Fall, chairman of the Delect Board of Governors, spoke about the harmful effects of drugs, emphasizing that the fight against drug abuse is a collective responsibility aimed at creating a drug-free environment for society and future generations.
Millions of people across the globe, particularly the youth, have become addicted to drugs. It should be, therefore, our collective responsibility to ensure that we create safe, secure, and drug-free environments for children and youth to grow and realize their potential.
A public drug testing and analysis session was held to allow the public to confirm and verify the authenticity and types of drugs scheduled for destruction. Usman Seidiba, the PRO of DILEC, stated that the exercise aims to enhance transparency and boost public confidence in the process. Musa Saidi, who witnessed the exercise, expressed his support for conducting the drug destruction publicly, emphasizing the importance of transparency in the process.
A lot of people in the community, what they believe is like the drug law enforcement agency, whenever they collect some kind of drugs and the cannabis, the only thing that they normally do, and it's like maybe they are trying to sell to another institutions or some places where no one will get the information. But I think today it is an evidence to everyone to know that obviously drug law enforcement agencies are doing a very wonderful job.
The destruction of seized narcotics serve as both symbolic and practical step in the fight against drugs. The event underscores the significant volume of illegal substance intercepted by the Gambian authorities. Reporting for QTV News, I am Yafa Tukey.
From that report now, we'll go for a commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taam place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal li fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taam gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara warga bii mooy warga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Browse Bitus. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25 Cs. Yes! Recharge $25 Cs and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 Cs today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for joining us. This is QTV News. For TV broadcasters, today is a special occasion as we celebrate World Television Day 2024. The day marks an important milestone in recognizing the transformative power of television to educate, entertain, and inspire global connections. More in this report by Mamna Bukar.
This year's theme, accessibility, underscores the need to make television content inclusive for everyone, a mission that is deeply embedded in QTV Gambia's DNA. Since our launch in November 2017, QTV has been a beacon of innovation, inclusivity, and Gambian values. As the first private licensed television station in the Gambia, we take pride in ensuring our programming is not only informative and entertaining, but also relatable and inclusive for our diverse audience. Whether through the integration of sign language interpreters in key programs or broadcasting in local languages such as Wolof, Mandinka, Fula, Sarahule, and Jola, alongside English, we strive to ensure that no viewer is left behind. QTV's ethos aligns seamlessly with this year's World Television Day theme. We believe that accessibility extends beyond language and physical barriers. It is also about creating content that resonates with people from all walks of life. From engaging forums that promote dialogue and diverse viewpoints to programs that reflect the arts, culture, sports, and daily lives of Gambians. Our goal is to inspire change and foster national development. Recognizing our roots as a majority Muslim country, Fridays feature religious programming that remains inclusive and thought-provoking. Beyond our borders, our presence on YouTube and Facebook enables us to connect with Gambians abroad and share our stories on a global stage. As we reflect on the transformative role of television in society, we are reminded that accessibility is not just a goal, it is a responsibility. QTV Gambia reaffirms its commitment to delivering high-quality, fair, and balanced news and current affairs, while also creating programs that educate, entertain, and inspire. On this World Television Day, let us celebrate the power of television to bring people together, amplify voices, and foster understanding. Here at QTV, we are proud to uphold these values, ensuring that our screens remain a window to the world and a mirror of our vibrant Gambian identity. Thank you for watching and happy World Television Day. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
From that story now to international news. The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the country's former defense minister Yoav Gallant, and the Hamas leader Mohammed Deif for alleged war crimes committed in the Gaza war. Here is Momodou Mboj with the report.
The three-judge panel wrote in its unanimous decision to issue the warrants, and I quote, "The chamber considered that there are reasonable grounds to believe that both individuals intentionally and knowingly deprived the civilian population in Gaza of objects indispensable to their survival, including food, water, and medicine and medical supplies, as well as fuel and electricity." End of quote. A frenzy of reactions followed the court's ruling, perhaps in proportion to the significance of it. A senior international correspondent said the decision represented an earthquake on the world's legal landscape. The first time a Western ally from a modern democracy has been charged with war crimes and crimes against humanity by a global judicial body. Human Rights Watch officials said the arrest warrants break through the perception that certain individuals are beyond the reach of the law. Israeli officials have slammed the ruling, calling it absurd and false lies and anti-Semitic. Hamas, of course, welcomed the decision. The rest of the world have been falling on one side or the other, or trying to craft a studiously neutral position in circumstances where the space for neutrality has drastically contracted. The EU's outgoing top diplomat, Joseph Borrell, said the court's decisions should be respected and implemented. Jordan's foreign minister, Ayman Safadi, has been quoted as saying Palestinians deserved justice after what he described as Israel's war crimes in Gaza. According to analysts, Israel's allies, such as the UK, France and Germany, will react furiously to the decision, but they will be doing so at a cost to their own already faltering international credibility and their remaining claim to stand for global justice. Effectively, the defendants are now internationally wanted suspects, and ICC member states, 124 of them, are under legal obligation to arrest them. The Hamas leader Mohammed Deif was reportedly killed by Israel. For Netanyahu and Gallant, the warrants put them at risk of arrest if they travel abroad. In the US, of course, they will have no such problem. The country is not a state party to the Rome Statute, and President Biden may criticize the decision of the court's prosecutors to apply for warrants and said the US would stand by Israel. And ominously, President-elect Donald Trump's pick for National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, has said you can expect a strong response to the anti-Semitic bias of the ICC and UN come January when Trump takes office. There are already cynical voices arguing that this ruling will fare no better than previous rulings on Israel, all ignored. Look at Russian President Vladimir Putin, they say, issued an arrest warrant in March 2023, but has not been arrested. Whatever new dimension the warrants will open up in the complex politics of the Middle East, President Netanyahu will not easily shrug off the stigma of being an accused or criminal, analysts say. For QTV News, I'm Momodou Mboj.
Now, before we end this news bulletin, here is a recap of our main news headlines. On Wednesday, President Barrow kicked off the second phase of his nationwide Meet the People's tour in the Central River Region North, conducting joint meetings in Buduk, Nyanija. During the opening ceremony of the 2024 Annual Business Forum, the President of the GCCI, Idrissa Mas Job, urged young entrepreneurs to actively engage in community involvement as key aspect of their business practices. The Gambia Public Procurement Authority, GPPA, held a stakeholder consultative meeting focused on vehicle procurement resolutions. And in international news, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the country's former defense minister, and the Hamas leader for alleged war crimes committed in the Gaza war. That's all we have time for in this news bulletin. Thank you very much for watching, but don't forget to join us at 10 for another news bulletin.